Emily stood behind the counter, the acrid smell of frying oil and stale coffee seeping into her worn uniform. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, casting a sickly glow on the scuffed linoleum floor. The grill sizzled, the cash register beeped, and the chatter of impatient customers formed a relentless cacophony. She glanced at the clock. 3 hours left in her shift. Her feet throbbed from standing all day, but it was the weight of her unfulfilled dreams that pressed hardest against her chest. At 23, she was no artist in a sunlit studio, surrounded by canvases and paint. She was a cashier in a fast food restaurant, scraping by to keep herself and her younger brother Jake afloat. 2 years ago, a car accident had stolen their parents, leaving Emily as Jake's guardian. At 16, he was still in school, and she'd vowed to give him a future worth having. Her job paid the rent and put food on the table, but it left no room for the passion that burned within her. Beneath the counter, hidden from the world, was her sketchbook, her lifeline, her rebellion against a life of grease and monotony. During a rare lull, Emily pulled out the sketchbook. Her fingers, stained with ketchup and exhaustion, found solace in the pencil's familiar weight. She flipped to a blank page and began sketching a woman sitting alone at a corner table. Middle-aged, with a contemplative air, the woman stirred her coffee absently. Emily's strokes captured the furrow of her brow, the soft slump of her shoulders, a portrait of quiet introspection. She was adding the final shading when the woman approached the counter. Emily snapped the sketchbook shut, but not fast enough. "Susan, is that a drawing?" the woman asked, her voice warm with curiosity. "Emily? Yeah, just something I do when it's slow. Susan, may I see it?" The woman's eyes sparkled with genuine interest. Reluctantly, Emily opened the book and slid it across the counter. The woman gasped. "Susan, this is me. You drew this just now?" Emily nodded, unsure whether to feel proud or exposed. "Susan? It's incredible. I'm Susan. Do you have more?" Surprised by the enthusiasm, Emily revealed a few other sketches. Portraits of weary customers, scenes of the restaurant's chaotic rhythm, urban life distilled into lines and shadows. Susan's admiration grew with each page. "Susan, I run a blog about art I love. These deserve to be seen. Can I take pictures and share them online? With your permission, of course." "Emily, I don't know. They're just sketches. Susan, they're stories. Please let me share them." After a moment's hesitation, Emily agreed. Susan snapped photos with her phone and promised to send the link. That night, after tucking Jake in, Emily checked her phone. Susan's blog post, "Hidden Gem Fast Food Artist Captures the Soul of the City," had exploded. Hundreds of likes, shares, and comments praised her raw talent. "This is what art should be," one read. "She sees the beauty in the everyday," said another. Emily's heart raced, a flicker of hope igniting amidst her fatigue. By the next week, her art had gone viral. Strangers messaged her, offering to buy pieces or commission work. At the restaurant, customers recognized her, asking to see her sketchbook between orders. Emily basked in the attention, but it didn't last. One busy afternoon, as she explained a sketch to an eager patron, her boss, Mr. Davis, stormed over. His apron was stained, his face a mask of irritation. "Mr. Davis, Emily, what's this? You're chatting instead of working." "Emily, I'm sorry, Mr. Davis. It's just... Mr. Davis, I've seen you with that sketchbook. This is a job, not a gallery. No more distractions or you're out. Understood?" Emily nodded, dread pooling in her stomach. She needed this job. Jake's school supplies, the electric bill, their survival depended on it. But her art was finally alive, breathing in the world beyond the counter. Later, as she wiped down tables after closing, a man in a crisp blazer entered. He looked out of place among the plastic booths. "Arthur Thompson, are you Emily?" "Emily? Yes," she replied, wary. "Arthur Thompson. I'm Arthur Thompson, owner of Thompson Gallery downtown. I saw your art online. It's exceptional, raw, authentic. I'd like to offer you an exhibition." She managed, her mind spinning. They exchanged details, and he left with a promise to follow up. But as the door swung shut, Mr. Davis's ultimatum echoed in her ears. That night she sat Jake down. "Emily, my art's getting attention. A gallery wants to show it, but it means quitting my job." "Jake, sis, that's amazing. You've got to do it." "Emily, but the bills. If this fails, Jake, we'll manage. You've sacrificed enough for me. Mom and Dad would want you to follow your heart." "Emily." Tears pricked her eyes. "You think so?" "Jake, I know so," he said firmly. The next day, Emily faced Mr. Davis. "Emily, I'm quitting. I have a chance to show my art, and I'm taking it." "Mr. Davis, you're throwing away a steady paycheck for some drawings." "Emily, it's not about money. It's about what I love." "Mr. Davis, good luck then. You'll need it." The weeks that followed were a blur. Emily poured herself into her art, scaling her sketches into larger works, vibrant scenes of the city's pulse, its people, its hidden stories. Doubt gnawed at her. Could she really do this? But Jake's encouragement and Susan's faith kept her going. Exhibition night arrived. The gallery glowed with soft light, Emily's art lining the walls. She smoothed her borrowed dress, nerves buzzing. Then the doors opened, and people flooded in, critics, collectors, and familiar faces from the restaurant. Susan hugged her, whispering, "I knew you'd shine." Voices filled the air. "Such soul, a fresh voice, remarkable." Arthur Thompson added, "3 pieces sold already. You're a success." Emily's chest swelled. Then, a familiar figure caught her eye. Mr. Jenkins, the regular who always ordered a burger and fries. He stood before a painting of the restaurant, its counter alive with motion. Mr. Jenkins spoke. "Emily, I always knew you were special. This captures us, the heart of this place. I'm buying it." Emily replied, "Thank you, Mr. Jenkins." As the crowd thinned, Emily stood alone, gazing at her art. She thought of the restaurant's grill, its flames fierce but fleeting. The real fire, she realized, was within her, a passion that had burned through every hardship, now lighting her path. With sales and offers rolling in, she could support Jake and herself, not through drudgery, but through what she loved most. In that moment she knew, this was her big break, earned not by chance, but by the unquenchable fire of her soul.